Say, no one studied the basis of classification before coming today. None of you did. I told you now, study it before you come. What is a coelomate? Who will tell me? Who will tell me what is a coelomate? No one will tell me.
It's not lined by.
See, coelomate organisms are those organisms that have their coelom, meaning their body cavity, lined by mesoderm. You people remember mesoderm? Is it the outer layer or the inner layer? Is it the outer layer or the inner layer? Mesoderm. Mesoderm.
Middle layer.
Yes, it is the middle. That was a trick question. Good. Yeah, it is a middle layer. All right. Now the body. Okay. Now you people remember the cell wall of fungi is made up of? The cell wall of fungi is made up of?
Fighting.
Yes, chitin. So, just like how we have a skeleton in our body, right, students? We have a skeleton. Everyone agrees? You people have a skeleton, right? Sure? Sure, no? All right. So, as I was saying, like the skeleton that we have, is it outside the body, like on the body or in the body? Inside, right? So what we possess is an endoskeleton. But the arthropods, have you ever seen any insect or have you ever touched any insect or killed any insect? Let's just say that. Have you ever killed any insect? Almost all of us have, right? Mostly those deadly big black beetles. Sure, like once it came in my home also. Now, how many of you like have stepped on it to kill it, obviously? Then how did you kill it? Hand, mosquito. Okay, anyway, I am not saying that you should kill it, of course not. But the thing is that if you people might have killed it, then I would have discussed that once you step on them, there's like a crunchy noise that comes. That crunchy noise, it comes from the breaking of their exoskeleton. Why? Because their exoskeleton, now the skeleton of them, which makes them hard on the surface, is an exoskeleton, meaning it is present on the body rather than being inside the body. So they don't have an endoskeleton, they rather have an exoskeleton. And this exoskeleton that the arthropods have, it is made up of chitin. So chitinous exoskeleton is present. Clear? Now one more thing. This chitin, it is very hard and it is very durable. Meaning, no rain, no any harsh climatic condition or anything of that sort. Like even if you, like for example, a beetle is there sitting on your table, and even if you brush it off the table, right, it goes and falls over to the ground. Then also the exoskeleton will not break. So why? Because chitin is there in the exoskeleton, making it very hard and very durable. Okay, and this is the very reason why they are abundant, because it's not easy to kill them. Naturally, it's not easy to kill them. Of course, no one is going to go keep on stepping on thousands of beetles or thousands of insects of various kinds, but it's not easy to kill them. That is why, and why it is not easy to kill them? Because of the presence of chitin. Clear? So that is why they are very abundant. Now, if we want to divide our body, how would we say? We have a head, we have a thorax, we have an abdomen, and then we have a lower body. But their body, it has been divided into three parts. That is head, thorax, and abdomen. That is it. The three division: head, thorax, and abdomen. Okay. Now they have jointed appendages, right? They have jointed. Now it doesn't mean that they have elbow joints and knee joints, but they have joints present. Okay. All of the insects do. The butterflies, the mosquitoes, everyone. Now a new thing. Since they are what organ system level of organization, so they have now proper systems in their body, so their organs are associated with those systems. So now for respiratory system, they have these organs, so they can respire Some of them can respire by the help of gills. Some of them use book gills for respiration. Some of them use book lungs for respiration, and some of them use the tracheal system, meaning the system of trachea and everything is present in them. So these are the various kinds of reproductive or respiratory organs present in them so that they can respire, not reproduction. No. Okay, so these are the respiratory organs. Now, why are we talking about their organs? Because they have an organ system wherein these organs will be connected, coordinated. Now, even though they are slowly evolving, but still their circulatory system is open. What do I mean by that? If the circulatory system is open, what does it mean?
The blood pumped by the heart.
The cells and tissues are bathed in the blood. They do
Very,
not have vessels.
very good. Exactly that. So their circulatory system is open. Talking about sense organs. Now see, they have sense organs. Now earlier when we were talking about anything, there was the presence of statocyst, right? All of these weird names, right? Weird things that acted like sense organs. But here they have proper sense organs present. They have eyes, they have antenna, they have statocyst also for balancing. So they have these things. And apart from that, they also have their wings. Now talking about excretion, again, very important to remember that excretion in the case of arthropods takes place by Malpighian tubules. They don't have kidney for excretion, but they have Malpighian tubules for excretion. What do platyhelminthes have for excretion, students? Platyhelminthes have dash for excretion. What do they have? Now see,
The excretory pole.
no, excretion, see, no. No. They
Same
will remember
cells.
same cells. So went through the book, went through the notebook, found it, flame cells. After a while. See, students, I am taking it as a joke today because I know this chapter is very long. You people are not getting bored, right? From this chapter, I hope not. And even if you are, please don't. I won't allow it in this chapter. No. There are many chapters in which I will allow you. All right. So excretion in them, they take place by Malpighian tubules. Now they have separate sexes, right? Male and female are separate in them. Fertilization is internal, meaning it takes place inside the female's body. And they are oviparous. Oviparous meaning they lay eggs. They do not give birth to the young ones, just like how humans do, but they are oviparous. They lay eggs. Now their development, depending on the species, it can be direct development also or indirect development too. Okay. I don't know why the color of my pen changed. It looks like I left this notes in the sunlight for a while. Half of it got oxidized or something. Anyway, see, most of the members of phylum Arthropoda, they are economically important. If I say economically importance, what does that mean, students? You people have studied plant kingdom, right? You remember economic importance? So what does it mean to be anything being economically important to us? What does it mean? Say you can imagine, you can think of the answer and say it doesn't have to be right. Say it is there in the name, economically important. Meaning they generate anything which is economically important. It gives us income. It helps us to earn, isn't it? It helps us to, you can say, get products, right? Money or products. That is how they are important to us. Now, members of the phylum Arthropoda. See, now see, out of all of the phylums, the member of Arthropoda are the most important to remember. Apis, honeybee. What do we get from honeybee?
Honey.
Honey. Apart from that, do you think honeybees are important? Apart from getting honey, what else is the function of honeybee? If you will tell this, I'll be
Transfer
very
of
happy.
pollens.
Say it again, say it again.
Transfer of pollens.
Very good. Exactly. Pollination. Pollination means the transfer of pollen. And since honeybees sit from one flower to another flower to another flower to get the nectar, in that way it is also transferring the pollen. Very good, Abhi. All right. Now moving forward. Yes. Then they are the agents of cross-pollination. Very good. All right. Now talking about, just 1 second. Now talking about the bombyx. Have you people heard about silkworms? Silkworms, from where we get the silk, right? Silk saris, silk suits, silk clothes are made. So silk comes from bombyx. Bombyx is the scientific name of silkworm. Okay, so silk comes from that, so it is very economically important. Like silk saris and silk outfits are very expensive. Silk cloth in general is very expensive. So this is the case of bombyx. Then there is lassifer. Lassifer, not Lucifer. Okay, lassifer. Always remember, don't write Lucifer. So lassifer, it is the lac insect. From I think the excreta of the lac insect, bangles are made. Bangles are prepared. Okay, so again, this is also very economically important. Now, apart from that, there are many members of the phylum Arthropoda that are vectors, meaning they are the carriers of diseases, such as Anopheles, which causes malaria, meaning the bite of an Anopheles mosquito causes malaria. Then there is Culex. The bite of the Culex mosquito causes the disease that is filariasis. These are the names of the diseases. Okay, so the bite of the Aedes mosquito causes dengue. So these are the following names of the diseases and the vectors. You people understand the meaning of vector? Vector means those insects or those agents that will carry the disease and cause disease. For example, the mosquito does not have the dengue virus in them. Okay, but they have certain things, like they don't, like it's not like dengue virus is not caused because the mosquito is biting. It is because it is transferring the dengue virus to us. Okay, so the vector, what does it do? It is responsible for transferring the pathogen. And all of these three names, Anopheles, Culex, and Aedes, these are the names of mosquitoes. Okay, all of them are mosquitoes. Then some of them are gregarious pests. They are pests, meaning they destroy the vegetation. One of them is locusta or locust, that is grasshopper. Grasshoppers are not good for the vegetation. Then living fossil, that is king crab. Do you people see like mukbang videos on YouTube? Right? The ASMR or something of that sort. They eat a lot of seafood and stuff, right? You
Ma'am?
might have, yes?
Ma'am, why are grasshoppers not good for the vegetation?
See, because they eat them. They eat them. That is right. They destroy the vegetation by eating them. Okay. For
Okay.
example, grasshoppers, they hop on the grass, they live in the grass, and what they do, whenever any kind of vegetation is there, they destroy them by eating the stem, eating the root, so the whole entire crop will be destroyed. Yeah, so coming on to king crab. So king crab is a living fossil. You understand the meaning of living fossil? First of all, tell me what are fossils? Like layman language, what are fossils? What are fossil, students?
Fossils are like preserved parts of like dead organisms, right?
Exactly. The organisms that had been preserved earlier, right? They died and they got preserved under the soil, under the rock, or pressed in between two rocks. So you can see them as those are the fossils, right? But what is the meaning of living fossils? See, living fossils are those organisms that people thought they have extinct, meaning they exist no more. But then one or two or several of their generation come. So they become living fossils. Like people thought they are dead, people thought they are extinct. But later on, they were found that no, they are not extinct, but they are living. That is why those organisms are known as living fossils. So when we talk about limulus, that is the king crab, so they are the living fossils. Clear? Then we have prawn. Prawn is also an insect, belongs to arthropoda. How many of you eat prawns? All of you do? Even I do. I love prawns. Anyway, so they belong to phylum arthropoda. Then butterfly. Butterfly is also an insect, so it belongs to phylum arthropoda. Scorpion. Lepisma, that is silverfish. Now see students. Lepisma, it is the name of an insect, which is silver in color. Okay. It's not a fish. It's an insect. But they have given it a name to be called as silverfish. Now, many a times what they will do in MCQs, they will put this as an like option when they'll be talking to you about fishes, which you will study when we'll study chordates. So don't ever get confused. Always remember silver fishes are what? They are insects. Clear? So yeah. So with this, we have actually completed the phylum Arthropoda. Now tell me if anyone has any doubts in this. Anything you people want to ask? Yes. Any doubt that comes to mind? Tell me, students, any doubts? Everything is clear to you all? All right. Okay. So, yeah. So, we are done with phylum Arthropoda, which is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Now, we'll talk about the second largest phylum, that is phylum Mollusca. Molluscans are soft-bodied organisms. All of them are very soft. Okay. So, it is the second largest phylum, which comes after Arthropoda. Now, they are terrestrial, or you can find them in the aquatic habitat, both marine and freshwater. The level of organization again is organ system level. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and coelomate. Now, their body is also covered with a shell, meaning their exoskeleton is again on the outer side. The shell, which is made up of calcium. So just like how we had shell made up of chitin, so we call this chitinous shell, exoskeleton, right? Here, calcium is what the shell is made up of. So you will say it, calcareous shell. Clear? Now, furthermore, the body of the molluscan, they are divided into head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. Just like how there, it was head, thorax, and abdomen. In the case of arthropods, here it is head, muscular foot, and visceral hump. A soft, spongy layer of skin forms a mantle over the visceral hump. See this. This is how, what organism does it remind you of? If you look at this, like roughly. Is it reminding you of anything? Yeah, you are right, Jesslyn.
Snail.
Yeah, snail. Now is it reminding you something if the snail looks like this sort of, right? Now you can see the resemblance. So, okay. Now you have seen like this, the snail can have a torso, like it can have a shell like this also, isn't it? It can have variety of types of shells. And always remember that the shell in their case is made up of what? It is made up of calcium. Now see, this part, the humpy part here is the mantle, right? And above the mantle, there is the presence of that shell, which is made up of calcium. And this part, this whole entire thing is the muscular foot. Okay, it doesn't have any bones or anything of that sort. It is muscular, made up of muscles. Okay, And then there is the mantle cavity. See this part, right? Right in between the outer shell and the mantle, there will be the mantle cavity. Now they have this radula. See, radula is a rasping organ. Okay, radula is also present. Apart from that, these are the gills. The feather-like gills are present. Clear? What will be the function of gills? Respiration. Apart from that, they also perform excretory functions. Then, when I drew this, they also have tentacles on their head, isn't it? You might have seen. Mostly the best kind of snail that you can see is in the cartoon pictures. That is the best kind of snails that you can see. The real ones don't look so nice. They are not appealing at all. But the cartoon ones are really cute. Even goes for the owl. I love the cartoon owls. Real owls are so scary. Anyway, coming back, the feather-like structure, the gills, they help in the respiration and they help in excretory functions. Now we're talking about the tentacles. So we know that they are present right on top of the head, like the anterior portion, right? The front part of the head. And they are sensory in nature. They help them to sense the environment around them, right? So that is what the tentacles are for. Now the mouth contains file-like rasping organ called as radula. It helps in the chewing part. Like false chewing, not exactly how we chew, but sort of helps to pertain the food. They are dioecious. What is the meaning of dioecious, students?
The male and female can be distinguished.
Very good. They are separate, right? They are separate. They're not in one. They're not bisexual. Now, they are also oviparous, meaning they lay eggs, but their development is indirect development, meaning a larval stage is present in them. Now, let us talk about the members of the phylum Mollusca. So, we have Pila, that is apple snail. It has a asymmetrical, see, what did I tell you? What is the symmetry of phylum Mollusca? What is the symmetry?
Bilateral symmetry.
Bilateral symmetry. But out of all of them, only one, which is the apple snail, it is asymmetrical because its body is sort of like this. Torsion is there. Okay, it is in spiral form. Okay. Because of that, if you divide it into half, you will not have left and right identical halves. So they are asymmetrical. Only example, this is the exception. Rest, all of them are bilaterally symmetrical. Now, these also have a lot of examples. There is pink tada, that is the pearl oyster. Have you people ever seen a pearl in real life? No? Some of you have, some of you haven't. Okay, pearls are beautiful. So those pearls are accidental. Actually, you know, for us humans, it is, I'll tell you one very interesting thing about them. You people have seen oysters? They sort of look open like this, isn't it? Now, the oysters which make pearl, we'll think that, okay, it is a natural process and they are making pearls, right? And we are like, as humans, we use the pearls for ornaments and everything, right? But the thing is that the pearl oyster, so for example, it is laying in the water. So sometimes it opens its mouth and dust particles enters its like shell. Okay, dust, any pathogen, all of these things come. Now the oyster, it starts preparing, you can say, certain chemicals to combat the dust so that the dust won't affect them. So they start secreting crystals and some salts and all of those things. Okay, to help them to be saved from the contamination from the dust and everything. And as a result, these pearls are formed. So these pearls, they are formed as a defense for oyster. But as humans, we are so smart, we use it for like wearing in your ears, rings, and necks and everything. Clear, students? So this is about pink tada, that is pearl oyster. Then coming on to sepia, sepia is known as the cuttlefish. Then loligo, which is known as the squid. Octopus is called as the devilfish. Then aplysia is the sea hare. We have dentalium, that is the tusk shell, and Chitopleura, that is the chiton. These are the various examples. Now, many a times the common names can be asked. Like they'll give you the scientific name and ask you the common names, or vice versa. They'll give you the common names and ask you to write the scientific. So as far as all of the phylums of animal kingdom goes, you should know all of the examples. I know it will take a lot of time to remember them, but try to remember 5 daily. Like once you're like in your self-study session, what do you do? Like take 5 names, write somewhere, and remember the phylum that they belong to, and then you learn five names, and all of them will be completed. But don't put it as a backlog. This chapter is very long, and if you start to sit and learn it all at once, it is not going to happen. You'll be very confused and you will be like anxious at the end. So don't do that, okay? Protect yourself from that anxiety. What do you have to do? You have to learn side by side. That is how you're going to protect yourself. There's no other way. Even I can't help you in the end. Because all I can do is teach you. Learning is your job. It's not mine, isn't it? So side by side, as the chapter is going on, you people keep learning. I'm telling you, like from the day one, because once it will become like a stack of things to learn, it'll be just panic, nothing else. All you can do at that time is panic. What to learn? What do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? And apart from that, you people have physics and chemistry too, isn't it? So let us make bio the sweetest thing, isn't it? It's easier, no calculations. So learn side by side. How many of you are good in maths and physics? Okay, you're good in maths, but not in physics. How many of you hate physics and chemistry? Okay, only one student. Okay, the two of you, like Abir and Zainab, you people like the subjects, physics and chemistry? How
It's
many?
just applications. We don't need to buy hard.
You don't need to?
Buy hard them. It's just applications.
It's just application. Yeah, that is also a very great thing. Now, so for those people that are good in maths, that are good in the application part of the formula, it's very good, isn't it? But still, there also you have to learn the formula. By heart the formula. Without formula, what will you do? Isn't it? Okay, physics is interesting, Jason. Yeah, physics is interesting. Even chemistry is interesting. I also find chemistry very interesting. But my favorite is bio. What is your favorite student? Bio for everyone. Even if you don't say, I'll consider bio only. Okay. So this much is clear to you all? Any doubts?
Yes. No, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Coming on to, shall I start the next phylum, or do you people want to note it down first?
Ma'am, we'll write it down.
All of you want to note it down? Okay. You people first note it down. Okay, Annalena was completed, right? You people wrote down the members also?
Ma'am, we wrote.
No, ma'am.
Only like what part did you write in the previous class? What is the last thing?
The serum part.
Hmm?
The serum part, ma'am.
Oh, coelom. Okay, from here you have to know that, right? If people can switch off your videos, write down something.
None, ma'am.
Done? Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, students?
No, ma'am.
Okay, waiting.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you scroll up? Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone's done?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.